Right, well, we're here at the end, drawing to the end of Saturday, and what have we been doing today? Well, we got up what seemed like ridiculously early, at about sort of 7, and then came down here for a Youngo meeting, which is basically where sort of the young representatives of organisations meet and try and sort of pass proposals for things. And it was kind of interesting to watch, but it was very, I don't think what the right word is. They kept to a certain structure that I would find frustrating, but I guess it makes it work and what stops them from arguing. So anyway, that was interesting. We went to that, and then I went and did some logging photographs, uploading photographs and things, and then Kate went off to some side events, and I went off to some side events, and I went to one on science, society and adaptation, which was looking at combining sort of natural sciences with the social sciences. So they were looking at really like 3 things. One is the threats that biophysical changes on society, and how those changes, what threats do those changes bring about for society due to climate change. And then vulnerability, how vulnerable is society to threat, and responses, and how and why do we respond. I mean, what they were really looking at was, why isn't society responding? And the idea was put forward that it might reach a kind of tipping point, that at the moment we're not feeling the effects enough to sort of do anything, and people saying don't like to do anything unless it has kind of real health effects. If something's having a negative health effect against them, then they'll do something about it, but if not, they're unlikely to, which was interesting. So the idea was whether they're reaching a tipping point, and at some point it will just suddenly change and loads of stuff will happen, everyone will start caring, and it will be very quick. So that was quite interesting. But difficult to engage with, because I felt a lot of what they were saying was they were just talking about sort of what they do as opposed to kind of answers. There were kind of a lot of questions without actually really saying what they really do about it, which was frustrating, I think, and difficult. But then I went to something on, it was called Groove to Save the World, which is basically the role of culture, the culture industry in the fight against climate change. And it's something that's not really happening here that much. I mean, apart from sort of like the press and that sort of stuff, and there were a few kind of art type things going, a couple going on, like for example with COP art, but there's not actually an enormous amount. And the point I'm saying is that revolutions in the past, or changes in the past, have been led by the arts movement, but it isn't happening with this, and they were kind of debating why perhaps that's the case. And that maybe it's because it's a very science-based movement, and perhaps that's why it's not happening. What was quite interesting was really they were talking about languages, and the fact that part of the problem between scientists and cultural industries and the masses is that we all speak a different language. They were saying that scientists are speaking different language from people in the cultural industries, that even people within the cultural industries are speaking different languages. When you've got people in advertising using different terminology to people who are painters, so how do you communicate with those, and therefore how do you put across to the masses stuff in a language that's going to make sense to people? And the other thing they were saying, is that people don't respond well to being preached to. Lots of people don't care about it, they don't want to know about it. So it's about how do you put across information in a way that's climate change focused, but isn't actually going, oh, we need to do this because of climate change. It's going, they were talking about, one woman was saying about they've been doing a lot of work, that most people are actually really affected by fashion and celebrities. So how do they use that language in order to promote things of climate change? How do you use the idea of fashion to make things about climate change? So that was quite interesting to go to. And then so after that, we then went and saw Desmond Tutu do a vigil outside in the freezing cold, but it was really nice. Everyone had a candle, and it's been happening all over the world. There are photographs all over the world of it happening, and he just gave a great speech about sort of what he's been here, and he's got loads of character, loads of charisma. Mary Robinson was there as well, who is the former Irish president and former UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. And also the honorary president of Oxfam International. So it's quite good to hear her and her just kind of summarise what we want and what we So I think that was quite good, and the fact that it's happening everywhere, and there are a lot of media there, a lot of people filming and photographing, so hopefully loads of people find out about it all over the world, and that's a good thing for like, he was such a great sort of motivational speaker, that hopefully when that's being filmed and everyone sees it, that's going to hopefully kind of contact the masses, and hopefully get a change happening. So all in all, it's been another kind of busy day with lots of things going on and lots of people going off to different stuff. And hopefully we're going to go catch the Age of Stupid team soon, the film Age of Stupid, all about climate change, and Franny Armstrong. They're doing a Stupid show live from here, 8 o'clock Denmark time, every evening until the 18th. So look at that if you haven't seen it. It's www.ageofstupid.net/stupid show, and you can watch the previous shows and also see it live. So hopefully we're going to go and see that, and then we're off to a non-governmental organisations party later on, hopefully. So that should be good, and then another long day tomorrow.